What if I told you that one basketball game almost single-handedly saved a career while simultaneously destroying another? That two players who've battled for 5 years finally faced off in a showdown that broke not one, but multiple WNBA records. The Indiana Fever crushed the Dallas Wings 102-83, but this wasn't just another game. This was Caitlin Clark making history in a way that only she has ever accomplished twice in WNBA history, while Paige Bueckers watched her perfect rookie season crumble in real time. Picture this: two teenage basketball phenoms destined to clash for years, each choosing a path that would define not just their careers, but the entire landscape of women's basketball. Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers first locked horns in high school, both ranked as elite recruits with completely different DNA. Clark brought that explosive, logo-range scoring ability that left defenders helpless. Bueckers showcased smooth efficiency and court vision that made veteran coaches jealous. Their college choices set up the perfect storm. Clark picked Iowa, hungry to prove themselves. Bueckers chose UConn's legendary dynasty under Geno Auriemma. This decision created enemies before they even stepped on the court together. The recruiting wars were brutal. AAU coaches picked sides. High school teammates were forced to choose loyalties. Basketball insiders knew this rivalry would consume the sport, but nobody predicted how personal it would become. Clark's explosive style clashed with everything Bueckers represented. One player thrived on chaos, the other on control. Their personalities couldn't have been more different, setting up years of must-see television. March Madness became Clark's personal playground, where she systematically destroyed Bueckers' championship dreams. The 41-point masterpiece that sent UConn home early wasn't just a game, it was a statement. Clark outplayed Bueckers head-to-head when it mattered most, winning 2 of their 3 college matchups. She was dropping logo threes while Bueckers watched helplessly from the bench. The basketball world started choosing sides, creating this mythical rivalry that transcended college basketball. But here's where things get interesting. Geno Auriemma wasn't staying quiet. He questioned Clark's shot selection and doubted her WNBA readiness compared to his own star. Critics like Diana Taurasi jumped in, saying Clark was in for a rude awakening and had the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. The ammunition was loaded, and everyone was taking shots at Clark's future. Meanwhile, Bueckers was quietly building her case as the more fundamentally sound player. The ultimate revenge came when Bueckers led UConn to the 2024-25 National Championship, something Clark never accomplished at Iowa. That championship ring became Bueckers' trump card, proving she could win when it mattered most. Clark had the individual dominance, but Bueckers had the team success that defines legacies. Both players declared for the WNBA with massive expectations, but their rookie seasons couldn't have been more different. Clark entered the league as the face of women's basketball, carrying pressure that would crush most players. The spotlight was suffocating. Every shot, every turnover, every mistake was magnified. Meanwhile, Bueckers slipped into the league quietly, letting her game speak without the media circus. Clark's rookie struggles gave her critics ammunition they'd been waiting for. The shooting slumps, the turnovers, the visible frustration on her face during games. "I told you so" became the anthem of everyone who doubted her WNBA readiness. But Bueckers was having the perfect rookie season, putting up efficient numbers while staying drama-free. The narrative was shifting, and Clark was losing the perception battle. The pressure of being the league's marketing face was destroying Clark from the inside. She wasn't just playing basketball. She was carrying the entire WNBA's future on her shoulders. Every poor performance meant declining TV ratings, disappointed sponsors, and questioning whether women's basketball could sustain mainstream attention. The weight was unbearable. Behind the scenes, the Indiana Fever was imploding. Stephanie White's coaching system clashed with everything Clark represented. Clark wanted to push tempo and create fast break opportunities, but White preferred controlled half-court basketball. This philosophical war was tearing the team apart. The heated sideline confrontation during the Atlanta Dream game exposed their conflict for everyone to see. Cameras caught every word of their intense exchange, revealing the depth of their disagreement. Team chemistry was non-existent. Clark was coming back from injury, trying to find her rhythm. Key players were returning from national team duties, disrupting rotations completely. The offensive flow was broken. Missed shots piled up game after game. Turnovers killed promising possessions. The fast break magic Clark thrived on was completely absent. I think we struggled in the fact that we're able to play one good game and then we play a bad game, Clark admitted, her frustration obvious. The breaking point came during a brutal losing streak where the Fever lost to teams they should have dominated. The LA Sparks and Golden State Valkyries handed them embarrassing defeats that left fans questioning everything. These weren't powerhouse teams. They were squads the Fever should have handled easily. Clark's shooting slump became a major storyline, with comparisons to her college dominance looking like distant memories. Then came the announcement that would change everything. The Fever would host the Dallas Wings in a nationally televised showdown. ABC picked up the broadcast, knowing this Clark Bueckers matchup would draw viewers from across the country. The anticipation was massive, but Clark's recent struggles made this game crucial for her reputation. Critics were sharpening their knives, ready to declare Bueckers the superior professional player. The perfect storm was brewing. Clark was desperate to prove her approach could work at the professional level. Bueckers was riding high, confident in her rookie season success. The media hype was suffocating. Betting odds favored the Wings, adding insult to injury for Fever fans. This wasn't just a game anymore. It was a referendum on two different basketball philosophies. Then something magical happened that nobody saw coming. Stephanie White finally gave Clark exactly what she'd been begging for. Against Dallas, White made the crucial decision to let Clark control the tempo and run the offense her way. This wasn't a small adjustment. It was a complete philosophical surrender. White unleashed the monster she'd been trying to contain all season. The transformation was immediate and devastating. Clark started pushing pace like never before, finding teammates with those signature touchdown passes that made her famous. The Fever scored a franchise record 64 points in the first half, breaking the previous record of 63 set back in 2016. They outscored Dallas by 21 points in the second quarter alone, turning the game into a complete blowout. But here's the moment that will be remembered forever. Clark wasn't just winning, she was making WNBA history. While dominating the game, Clark quietly assembled a stat line of 14 points, 13 assists, and 5 steals. This made her the only player in WNBA history to achieve this specific combination twice in her career. She stands alone in the record books, proving her unique impact on the game. Clark's teammates responded to her leadership in amazing ways. Kelsey Mitchell caught fire, scoring 20 points while extending her double-digit streak to 21 games. Natasha Howard was unstoppable, finishing with 18 points on efficient shooting. The ball movement was incredible, with every pass having purpose and every possession feeling dangerous. The Fever's 30 assists tied a franchise record, with 13 coming from Clark alone. Meanwhile, Paige Bueckers and the Wings had no answers. The most telling statistic was Arike Ogunbowale going 0 for 10 from the field, finishing with only 2 points. Dallas looked tired and confused, unable to match Indiana's pace and energy. Their physical approach to stopping Clark backfired completely, as she used their aggression to find open teammates and create easy scoring opportunities. The final score of 102-83 told the whole story. But the implications went far beyond one game. Clark had answered every critic and silenced every doubter who questioned her WNBA readiness. This wasn't just adaptation, it was dominance at the highest level. The rivalry with Bueckers had reached a new chapter, and Clark had written the opening pages in historic fashion. This performance proved that when Clark is unleashed to play her style of basketball, the results are unprecedented. The franchise records fell, individual achievements piled up, and team chemistry finally clicked when White trusted Clark's vision. With this rivalry just beginning its professional chapter, and the Fever's true potential now exposed, basketball fans have every reason to be excited for what comes next. The prophecy is complete. And Clark has proven she belongs among the WNBA's elite, while making history only she can claim.